Welcome back, everybody.
Would be.
Meanwhile, the waffles is like right on your shoulders.
Oh yeah. Yeah, me and waffles are bros. Like this is a daily thing for us. He just likes to chill on my shoulder.
It's really adorable. I love it.
Aw, I love
I'll
him
have
so
to
much.
check out our podcast on YouTube so you can see what goes on in the background of our of our episodes.
Yeah. Especially now that we're strictly doing the video stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. So I was gonna say today I was me and Rhea, my daughter went to Edmonton Holy. No, we never went there. What? Regina. We went to Regina. Um,
Okay.
it was literally the most overstimulating, crazy day.
Why?
I don't know, man. She's just in this phase where everything is no, everything is screaming at me and running from me, like will not listen at all. She had a meltdown every time we went out of the car seat and into the car seat, and I had like four stops. And then a
Oh.
meltdown in every single place. Like the last one, I was like, "Hey, let's have lunch. We'll calm down. Let's sit in the back of the truck together. Like we're gonna just have a little chill moment." And we did, and it was great, and she
Hmm.
was fine. And I was like, "Okay, we can do it. One more stop, and then we're going home." I had to go to Staples.
Yep.
I had to pick up a laptop for Trevor because he's starting school right away. And I was like,
Hmm.
I went in there with such high hopes and I let her run around and be crazy. But of course, here's where I went wrong. I let her pick up this big pig stuffy, and I was like, I know I shouldn't let her play with it, and I
Uh-oh.
shouldn't have. Like, I was gonna get her this little cat, and I'm trying not to make it a habit of like buying her something every time we go somewhere. So far, I'm not doing
Hmm.
very well at that, but I was like, okay, we don't need this $30 pig squishy, like this little piggy, right? And it's like
Right.
big for her. Anyways, so I let her carry it around. And then at the till, sometimes this has worked before. Like I'll get her something else that the till will distract her and go. But she was absolutely
Hmm.
not distracted. She knew that I wasn't getting it. They put it behind the till for me. She screamed and kicked and cried and just like had the worst, most embarrassing meltdown. Not the worst, actually, the second worst. She's had a worse one than that.
Oh,
But I was like,
really?
the problem is I couldn't even just like take her out because I still had to go to the other counter to do the online pickup because Trevor had ordered it online. So I had to go like stand in line
Oh,
and or not even in line. Like no one was at the counter. There was no line, thank goodness. There was a lot of people in Staples, but and then I was
yeah.
standing there and she's like screaming like piggy, piggy, like piggy back. She wants her piggy back, right? And like she knows it's like behind the counter, so like I set her down. She's like down, down. I'm like, okay, like no one's at this counter. I'm waiting for someone to come help me. I'm like trying to control her. I set her down. She immediately runs behind the cashier into the little swinging doors to try and get her fucking piggy. Like
Oh my God.
I had to like go and grab her and
Holy.
literally like she's so big too and she's like kicking and screaming. I'm like just like patting her bum. I'm like it's okay, it's okay. I looked crazy, but like it just I know it's just the things, but it was so overwhelming. And there was no
Yeah.
one at the counter and I was like looking around desperately. I'm like, can someone please help me so I can get out? Because it's not like I can just like take her out. Like I can't leave her in the truck alone. The
Hmm.
whole reason I came to the city was to get this laptop. Like I can't do anything but
Yeah.
like stand here and wait. So I was just waiting, waiting, waiting. She's just wailing and screaming, and it was horrible. It took her like a long time to calm down. Finally,
Holy.
like as she's still screaming, the cashier from the front like comes over. I think he even had like more people in line, but he's like, "Has anyone helped you?" I was like, "No, for the love of God, can you please help me?" Like I didn't say it like that, but I was like, "No, I just need to do a quick pickup, and I'll get out of your store."
You think that they would have come running in order to just get
I
you guys
know.
out of there?
I just felt like everyone was side-eyeing me like,
Holy.
"Oh my God, take that kid out of our store." But I was like, "I can't. I'm literally here to get this one thing and I can't. Like, what am I gonna do? She's gonna act the same when I bring her back in. There's no point in taking her out, you know? It's just
Right.
prolonging it. So like I just need this laptop and I'll go and then trying to get like my ID out of the purse. I kept like grabbing everything but my ID, holding her with one hand as she's screaming. I'm like trying to get it. Of course I give them like my what was it? My Métis card, and it has like my old like my maiden name on it. So he's like, I can't use this, and I was like, oh, for the love of God, like,
Oh no.
oh, it was terrible, Val. It was really terrible.
Holy. I'm sorry. That sounds awful.
Yeah, that's okay. It's anyways. Okay, another even crazier thing that
Yeah.
happened today. I'm sure you heard about, and at the day that we're recording this, it happened, and we just spoke about Hayden Panettiere last episode. She passed away, right? Today,
Yeah.
Dolly Parton has passed away.
Yeah.
at the age
Well,
of
that's
80.
surprising, I guess, because she is older, but I was surprised that she passed from cancer. I didn't know she had cancer.
No, me neither. And I also honestly didn't know that she was 80. So I was like quite shocked. And then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, like she's much older than I thought. So I did want to mention her a little
Hmm.
bit before we get into the rest of the episode, if you're open to that.
Sure.
I found a really good write-up, just like the most basic, because she has done so many crazy things in her life, like crazy good. She's been like, it said
Yeah.
that she could have easily been a billionaire, but just chose not to because she's just continually given money away, which is just amazing. I feel like
Oh,
she's
wow.
rich and right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this was just a write-up I seen. It was on Facebook. The account is her first 100K. I don't know anything about this account, but I read a lot about her and I was like, okay, I was gonna mention all these things and then this list kind of listed it by year, so I'm just gonna read this list.
Okay. Sure.
Um, so a few things that she did and not just like, and a lot of these things like people didn't even know about. Like it wasn't really like, she never talked about it or wanted praise for it, you know?
Right.
So one of the biggest things, 1995, she started the Imagination Library. Have you heard of that?
Oh, yes, I did. I had heard about that.
Yeah, so she mailed free books to kids every month from birth to kindergarten. Um, and she named it after like her father, I guess, like, or it was kind of started in his honor because he never learned to read, never had a chance to read.
Hmm.
So, and I
Right.
think it was like, it's not on this list, but I'm pretty sure it was like 325 million kids had like signed up to this. And it's just like a no questions
Well,
asked, like, if you sign up, you get a book. So it's like she sent
yeah.
millions of books out. Millions and
Yeah. That's
millions of books.
awesome.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
honestly really amazing. She just never wanted people to be illiterate, and I feel like that's really needed in this day and age. I feel like a lot of people need to relearn a love for books, perhaps.
Yeah. I don't think anybody really reads books anymore.
Not really. And I'm pretty
I
bad for that myself. I know we both have book goals, and I'm not sure if we're reaching them, but
yeah, I'm back into reading again. I just bought five more.
awesome, awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
I keep saving. I'm on Book Talk, like on TikTok, and I just keep saving all these books that like look amazing. And I'm like, I'm gonna like, I have a list of books I want to get into, but I already have like probably 10 novels that I need to like read at home already. So I'm not in the
Mhm.
need of new books right now, but I definitely they're there, and
Yeah.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you should. Do
Okay,
like a
so in the
chapter a
80s,
day.
I could do a chapter a day. That's a good point. Actually, when Trevor goes to school, maybe I'll do like a chapter every time Rhea naps, and that's like not much. I could totally commit to a chapter. Knowing me, I'll probably get lost in the book and read like a whole book, which is fine
Yeah, it's a good way to spend a day.
for sure. Okay, so in the 80s, Dolly paid $500 to seventh and eighth graders who stayed in school together as buddies. Her home county's dropout, which I believe is Tennessee, their dropout rate went from 35% to 6%.
Wow, that's
Yeah, it just
awesome.
like gave an incentive to stay in school and learn. Like I know
Hmm.
it's like bribing people with money basically, but it worked for sure. It kept kids in school.
Yeah,
And I bet you a lot of people had to drop out like to make money. So it's like if you're gonna get paid to stay in school, it's like a win-win, you know?
exactly.
Another thing, I don't think it's on this list actually, but she had made one of her biggest achievements, I think, is Dollywood. It's a theme park, right? And that was
Actually
made
don't
in
know a lot
Tennessee.
about it.
All I
Oh,
know
okay.
is it's in her home, like her home state in Tennessee, and it's like the most, I think it was like the most successful theme park in the one of the most successful theme parks in the United States. So she brought like a shit ton of jobs, tourism, like she made that area flourish. And it's like it was, I'm pretty sure for the most part, like a more poor area because she grew up super, super
Yeah.
poor. Like she was the fourth of 12 children and they were in a one bedroom place. Like it was like, it's crazy her rags to riches story, I guess. But
Hmm.
she just invested like a lot of money back into her hometown and everything. I just think that's really special, and she
Yeah.
really like made such an impact on. honestly millions of lives.
No
But
doubt.
anyways. Oh, also in
And she didn't,
2016. Oh, sorry, what?
she didn't have any kids, did she?
No, she did not. And I'm pretty sure she
Yeah.
talked about that openly throughout her career. I don't know exactly if like she just chose not to after a while or maybe she couldn't. I'm not really sure, but I know she always said like her motherly instinct went to other people in other ways, like everything she created, all of her these legacies that she created, like that helped all the children. And yeah, I know she had a lot of like, even like, I think she was godmother to Miley Cyrus, right? So she's got a lot of kids in
Yeah.
her life that
Yeah.
she loved very much, but I don't, yeah, she never had her own. Did you also know that she was married to her husband for 60 years, I think it was?
I did know that.
And he
Yeah.
he like never was in the spotlight. She was like the superstar. They were like pretty opposite, but it just worked for them. And I love that. I love that she had this successful marriage for that long
Yeah.
in Hollywood, mind you.
I know. It's pretty unheard of. And probably another one of the reasons why their marriage was so successful was because
Hmm.
she kept that part of her life private. I don't even know
Yeah.
what he looks like.
No, me neither. I didn't even look him up to be honest, but I was like, damn, like that's pretty
Hmm.
awesome. I think I knew she was married to like more of a private relationship, but I didn't know like, she got married in what, like the
Yeah.
60s or something? Like,
Yeah. And to
yeah.
be honest, after he passed away last year, I had a feeling that it
Hmm.
wouldn't be too long until she passed away.
Yeah, that's usually how it
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah.
Just a couple other things about her. I thought it was really awesome that like in when the wildfires tore through the Smokies, she never talked about this, but she gave $1,000 a month for 6 months straight to the families who lost their homes. And she never questioned
Oh my
like anything
God.
about it. Like she lost their homes. They like in the end I think it was like it's not here, but I think it was like over 12 million that she ended up giving. Would that be 12 million? Probably.
Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read
Oh,
that somewhere else said it was 12 million, or 12.5 million or
hmm.
something. So that's amazing.
Holy.
That was in
Yeah. She's
2016.
a very giving person.
Yeah, for sure. These are like a lot, I guess a lot of this in the list is just giving money away. She gave 1 million away to a children's hospital after watching her niece to go through leukemia. 2020, she put $1 million into the COVID vaccine research, which helped fund the Moderna vaccine,
Mm.
Moderna shot or whatever. I honestly I know nothing about this one. It's just gonna finish off the list. 2022, Jeff Bezos handed her $100 million. She moved it straight back out to causes she'd already spent a lifetime funding. So I'm not sure why he gave her 100 million, but of course
Wow.
that's Dolly. She just gave it away to every other fund that every other cause
Yep.
that she'd ever created. And I just think I don't know, she's like the only wealthy person, like that amount of wealth that has just like changed so many lives and done so much good with. Like that's what we want in millionaires, we want you to like
Hmm.
help
Yeah.
other people. Yeah, so anyways, I just want to
Yeah.
mention her. That's because I just couldn't believe that she passed away. And even like the list of achievements
Yeah.
on this woman, like she was such an incredible woman and songwriter.
Hmm. I feel like even if you weren't like myself, I'm not a country fan, but you still just love Dolly
Yeah,
just
for
because
sure.
she was such a ray of sunshine.
Yeah, and she really like
And
did a lot for women, like it was
yeah.
it was always like, oh, what does she know with her big blonde hair and her big boobs? And it's like, well, she actually was a very smart businesswoman and she made millions and like everybody loved her and was really funny. It's just like she did
Hmm.
it all. They're like, oh, we can't take her
Yeah.
seriously, but she
She
did it
knew what
all.
she was doing.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
funny because lots of clips are now popping up of her on,
Hmm.
online and stuff. And there was one that popped up. I think she was talking to Ellen DeGeneres, like way
Hmm.
back when she first started her show. And she was saying, kind of like where she got her looks from or why she wanted to look the way that she looked. And she said that she was just in awe of this big, beautiful, blonde, busty woman. Her mom said that that woman is trashy. But
Oh,
Dolly didn't know what that meant. So she grew up thinking, well, I want to be trashy too.
oh my God, that's hilarious.
So it was like she was, yeah, she was, I feel like she was unintentionally funny, which I
Oh yeah.
appreciated about her.
I really like that she had like a really self-deprecating humor. Like it was always like a joke against herself. Like she could absolutely laugh at
Yeah,
herself. I
at
don't
the
know. She
expense
was
of
just so
herself.
likable.
Yeah,
She was
the
amazing.
world feels a lot more dark without her, for
Yeah,
sure.
for sure.
Especially with all like what we talked about last week with
Hmm.
that the horrors of Hollywood and the awful
Yeah.
things that happen to a lot of these younger kids and adults too. But yeah, she was just one of those people in Hollywood that made you feel good.
Yeah, it was definitely a light in the dark. And I think we'll see a lot more stories coming out on social media of other celebrities and how they knew her, how she interacted with them. And it's nothing but
Hmm.
grace and elegance from her. Like she was just incredible.
Yeah, I've never heard a
But
bad thing about that woman.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I believe she was like probably one of the best songwriters ever,
Yeah,
really.
yeah. Oh yeah, she was
Okay.
a very, very talented person.
Well, we will miss you, Dolly, and that is all I wanted to say about her. I guess I just wanted to give her a little
Hmm.
segment.
Oh, that was lovely.
Yeah. So, do you want to get into something
Speaking of,
creepy?
sure. I was just going to say really quick, I found out yesterday that an old client of mine passed away.
Oh, oh no.
And yeah, it's been like a heavy, like a couple of weeks with all these deaths that I had. So I closed this client, oh, probably a year ago when I was working in Humboldt, and she added me on Facebook.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah, because she was like, "Is it okay if I add you?" Like she was only 58. That's the thing that's so mind-blowing about her passing away. And I was like, "Yeah, you could add me. I'm not going to be your counselor anymore." And we just
Mm-hmm.
got along so well.
Aw.
And I still kept in touch with her. And yeah, her husband reached out to me yesterday and said, "Hey, just wanted to let you know that she passed away in her sleep." So I'm like, what the hell? What do you mean? She's so young, 58 years old, passing away in her sleep. So I have no idea what happened.
Was she diabetic or
So yeah,
something?
no, no,
Huh.
not to
Well,
my
I don't
knowledge.
know. Maybe they don't know
Not sure
either.
what. I imagine they'll be doing an autopsy,
I'm sure. I'm sure.
if they haven't done it already. But yeah, um, I asked about the funeral or celebration of life or whatever they're planning because I would like to go, but Humboldt is a ways away.
Yeah, it is.
And so I guess they're going to be live streaming it though, so I'll just watch it on Facebook. But
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
been a tough week with all these deaths.
I know. And it's kind of feels like you're surrounded, even though it's not like obviously I didn't know Dolly Parton, or
Hmm.
Hayden Panettiere or whatever. It
But
still
you
affects
feel
you,
like you do.
especially, yeah, you feel like you do, especially as celebrities. And then in your own life, if there's also mirroring that there's more deaths in your personal life that people, yeah, it definitely feels like it surrounds you.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate. I hope that goes away and I hope you can step out of that right away because
yeah.
that's pretty heavy.
Well, I'm going to therapy on Saturday, so I'll let you know how that goes.
Good. I'm glad. Yeah, I would love to know how that goes. You don't have to tell the podcast,
Yeah,
but I'm sure they'd also love to know, but you don't
yeah.
have to. I wanted to bring some creepy coincidences to you today, and
Mm-mm.
some are like absolutely mind-boggling, and they're true. These are all true, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So, the first
Okay,
one, have you heard about the Titanic coincidence slash
I
prediction?
think so.
Okay,
Didn't
well,
somebody in
never
like a
mind. I'll
book
skip it. No, I'm just kidding.
predict? For those who don't know.
Yeah. But yes, there was a book. So in 1898, an author by the name of Morgan Robertson published a novel named Futility, and it was a novel about a huge British luxury liner called the Titan. So in
Hmm.
this story, there's just a few things like it was on its maiden voyage. It was traveling from Britain towards New York. It was considered unsinkable. And it struck
Mm-hmm.
an iceberg in the North Atlantic Ocean. It sank in April, had approximately 3,000 people on board, had drastically insufficient lifeboats, and was one of the largest ships ever constructed. That's the story, right?
Yeah.
So literally 14 years later, the Titanic, the actual Titanic, like the true story, it literally did the exact same thing. It like all of those are the same for the Titanic. Like I don't know, man.
That's
It's
crazy.
creepy.
I didn't know all of those could like same things that happened. I knew
Yeah,
of
no,
some, but not all of them.
and of course, like the internet does exaggerate some of the lists that it has out there, but the similarities, like these basic parallels are 100% real.
Holy shit.
Another couple things about it was that so like the Titan, the fake, the novel said that it was approximately 800 feet long. The Titanic was 882 feet long. The Titan was 70,000 tons. The Titanic was 66,000 tons. Like it's very, very similar.
Yeah.
I even think they both had like three propellers or something. Like just like the most random
Oh.
similarities.
Do you think that the person who wrote the book was like psychic or something?
Maybe. And that is the question. How did that happen? How is it so close to what actually happened? Like that, it was such an unimaginable tragedy that happened, the actual Titanic. So it's like that actually I think it was a prediction. I think they unintentionally predicted it. I think they had some sort of psychic
Hmm.
ability where this story just came to them and they were like, wow, I have to tell this story. And then, but that
Oh,
was a story that was going to come. Like, I think that, because you
yeah.
know how all great writers, they have like a random, well, not all great, I don't know, I'm not a writer, but a lot of people say they just had
Hmm.
a random inspiration and they just thought of the entire book in one go and wrote it. It's like, well,
Hmm.
maybe you had a premonition.
Maybe, and they just didn't realize what it was.
But 14 years like later, that's just crazy. That's crazy.
That's wild.
I know.
Ugh.
Okay, another one. It's
Wow.
not as crazy, but I think it's still pretty nuts. So have you heard of like the coincidence from Mark Twain and Halley's Comet?
No.
So he was born in 1835, and that's when Halley's Comet was visible. So
Hmm.
he had said, like reportedly, he had said that he expected to go out with the comet, and he just like I think he said it several times, which is like sorry, he expected to go out with the comet when it returned, is what he said. And
Okay.
then the comet returned in 1910, and he died in 1910.
What did he die from?
Oh, I don't know. Let's see. That's probably a good question.
Oh, you're funny. That's crazy. I did not know that. I've heard people talk about it, and I never knew what it meant.
Yeah, and I guess it's just kind of a famous thing, like he said it and then it actually happened. It's not like super surprising. It says he was 74 and he had a heart attack, he had severe chest pain and passed away. So I mean it's not unheard of.
Oh,
It's not
okay.
like a freak accident or something, but he definitely
Right.
predicted it.
Hmm.
And a
I
lot of
hope people can
people,
predict their deaths.
yeah, I think they can too. I think like that kind of goes into the whole like remember the episode we did on like your past and present self? Like I feel like you're all the same
Hmm.
person. You're just in, well, whatever. I don't know. It's too deep to think of right now, but but you might be
I
in touch with
remember,
your, future self.
yeah, I remember saying on that episode that I know that I would die on a plane. I don't know when or where, but that's a big reason why I do not want to fly ever again. I
Yeah,
just
yeah,
have this,
that's valid.
like, just this, like, I mean, it's more than a feeling, though. Like, it's just like, no, this is what will happen.
It's interesting that you
Intuition?
say that. Maybe intuition. Yeah, probably. Intuition or
Hmm.
maybe some sort of a parallel life that did happen and that's why you feel that way maybe. Or parallel
Oh,
universe that maybe happened in. But I kind of feel the same
yeah.
to like drowning, to be honest. And I think that's why I'm so scared of like
Oh,
water and Yeah, I just always feel like if I was gonna go, that's probably the way I would go. And I don't know why I felt like that. I just like I feel like I know what it's like to drown. There's been incidences where I've definitely like almost drowned, so that like definitely scared me. We've talked about that, but like
Hmm.
I don't know. I've just always been scared of that, and I feel like it's a very real fear, and I'm always scared around water. And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Are
What about
you a
you?
strong swimmer?
Oh my God, no, I can't swim at all.
You can't swim.
No.
Maybe you
And
need
maybe
to learn how to swim.
I know. I actually I'm gonna take lessons next year. I'm gonna learn and then I'm gonna put Ray in lessons as well. So
Yeah,
yeah.
you guys can learn together.
Yeah, and I think I have to be like to feel a little safer with her around water. I feel like I need to know something.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, and you do want to pass anxiety on to her with water too, especially if she's a little
actually I
water
do.
bug.
I do. I do want to pass my anxiety on because she needs to be safe and she needs to know how dangerous water is. There's a lot of things I
How
don't
about
want to pass on to her, but water, yeah, I do, honestly. Spiders, yeah, I'm gonna pretend that they're friends. I'm gonna pretend that I'm chill around them, but I am not, but I'm gonna pretend. But water, there's no chill. There's no chill in my mind.
Wow, okay.
Maybe that's wrong or
I didn't
right.
know
I don't
you,
know.
I didn't know you felt so strongly about the water.
Yeah, I really don't like water, honestly.
Hmm. And
Yeah,
I love the
definitely not
water,
my
but
first.
water scares me. I get very scared of water, like water that I can't see.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, like I would never go scuba diving or anything. That
Fuck
freaks
no.
me out. But I respect the water. I love swimming. I love being in the water. But yeah, it scares me too, for sure.
Yeah,
Because it's
it's
like anything could happen.
yeah, for sure. And well, this actually is a good segue into my next coincidence because
Oh,
oh, I actually should have done this one after the Titanic, but whatever, it's fine. It also goes well into what we're talking about water. But have you ever heard of the name Violet Jessup?
no.
She is known as the woman who apparently couldn't sink.
What?
I guess it's
Okay.
like less coincidence, but more just the universe trying to kill her and never succeeding, I guess.
Final destination.
Yeah. So she worked aboard the RMS Olympic.
Okay.
And that I don't know much about that one, but it collided with the HMS Hawk in 1911. So another like big ship accident. Um,
Hmm.
she also worked on the Titanic, which obviously sank in 1912. And she also
Oh,
worked on the HMHS Britannic, and that sank in 1916. So she's been on three like big disaster ships, and she's worked on every single one, and she survived every single one.
that's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. And I guess like the that last one, the Britannic, I don't know much about that one, but it sank after striking a mine in World War One. She just became known as
Oh,
like Miss, I think they called her Miss Unsinkable. Um,
which I feel is very brazen and bold. So,
and
you know,
imagine,
especially when they like after calling the Titanic unsinkable, you're going to call this woman unsinkable
yes,
too?
I know, but it's just the fact that she's like literally like okay, first big shipwreck, it sinks, she survives. Like you would imagine you'd never go in another boat. No, she goes in another
Yeah,
huge boat and another big boat. Like, oh my God, lady, stay off the
that's
water.
wild.
Like, stay
She
on land.
maybe she or did she have something to do with them all sinking too? Mm-hmm.
Mel, you have stumbled onto
So
a conspiracy, I think.
I think so.
Oh my
What are the
gosh.
chances? What are the chances?
Yeah, and okay, so while we're talking about her, I might as well just jump ahead to this other guy. Um, what's his name? I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna try my best. Tsu Tsutomu Yamaguchi. I hope I'm saying that
Not
decently
bad.
right. He survived
Okay.
both atomic bombs. You thought
Oh
ships were bad?
shit.
He survived two atomic bombs.
Holy
Ugh.
shit.
I know. This is like, it just sounds like fiction, but he was in
Yeah.
Hiroshima on August 6th, 1945. The atomic bomb
Hmm.
exploded. He survived somehow. He returned to his home city of Nagasaki. 3 days
Mhm.
later, on August 9th, the second atomic bomb was dropped, and he survived that too.
Holy, did he have any like life-threatening injuries at all?
I don't know. Let's find out. And it was one of those things like he was quite like it's not like he was super far from them. Like he's just one of the few that survived him somehow.
Wild.
So probably most likely related. He did die of stomach cancer in 2010, but he was 93.
Oh,
So I mean,
yeah, so he lived a long life.
yeah, so maybe I mean the cancer maybe could have been from that, but I still think he got a really long life. So that's pretty
Yeah.
crazy. It's one of those
Wow.
things. Like just nuts. And I was like,
Did
I remember
he should have wrote in a book about it.
you know what? I think he did some cool stuff. Like, let's see.
Oh, because that's a book I would read.
He worked as a translator. He had two daughters. He was invited to, well, he did write in his 80s. He wrote a book about his experiences. Translates to A Life Well Lived, and then as well as a
Okay.
book of poetry. And he was also invited to take part in a 2006 documentary about 165 double atomic bomb survivors.
Wow.
Um,
It's a pretty cool club to be a part of.
yeah, yeah, and I'm sure there's not many of them, but I guess enough to make a
Yeah.
documentary. But yeah, it's pretty wild.
Yeah.
Okay, what's next on our list? What else can I shock you with?
Yeah. What else? What else you got?
Okay, these next two, Mel, are arguably the most crazy. Okay, are you ready for this?
I am so ready.
And this one you might have heard of too, but it's the Edgar Allan Poe book that came to be true a bunch of years later. Do you know about that?
I do not.
So, in 1838, Edgar Allan Poe, he published the narrative of Arthur Gordon Pym of Nantucket. That's the name of it. Very long.
Okay.
But it's basically like four four sailors are shipwrecked and eventually
Okay.
face starvation, and they draw lots to decide who will be like draw straws, I think, to decide who will be sacrificed and eaten. Okay.
Ah.
The victim is a young sailor named Richard Parker in the book, right?
Mhm.
Then, 46 years later, the yacht Mignonette sank in the South Atlantic, and four men survived in the lifeboat after becoming desperately short of food and water. Three of them killed and ate the youngest member of the crew. His name? Richard Parker.
You stop it.
I'm for real.
Really?
True. Isn't that fucked? Like, how did the fact that it
What?
was like a shipwreck that I dropped my book because I'm just throwing things at this point. It's madness. Like, I don't understand how that's even remotely possible. It sounds completely fake and it's completely real.
What? I am. You got me. Like that's fucking crazy.
And not even just the story,
What?
like the name of the victim for crying out loud. Like, really
Yeah.
sad.
Holy shit. That's,
That
the
is a
universe has a
premonition.
funny way of doing things, let me tell you.
Yeah. I think that was 100% a prediction. It's just all way too similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that case,
Wow.
it became extremely well documented because it became a major English legal case concerning whether necessity could justify killing someone. So that's another
Oh,
good topic to discuss if we ever want to.
yeah. So
Um,
did they kind of do like draw straws like that they did in the book, or how did they decide to kill the younger one? Did
I
he
I
sacrifice
think
himself?
I think they all kind of ganged up on the weaker guy, unfortunately,
Oh
in the real life
no.
story. I'm not really sure what the situation was, but definitely like the whole creepy part of that is like it wasn't merely a prediction of a shipwreck. It was an eerily similar survival
Yeah,
scenario that
that is
happened to give the victim
fucking
the
wild.
exact name.
Yeah, it's the name
Yeah.
thing. Like, holy shit.
I know that one really. I think
Poor
that's the
guy.
first one I came across, and that's why I wanted to make a list of strange things. I was like, nothing can top
Oh,
that. And I don't know if this next one tops it, but it's definitely in the same category. It's definitely just as
hmm.
fucking crazy. So,
Okay.
the last one I have for you guys is the Jim twins.
Jimmy Twins. Okay.
And
Don't
I
know it.
love this one, especially because I did that whole episode on the Eller twins and how
Yeah.
strange it was that they died and they were, in the exact same position and it didn't make any sense. And like, this is like even crazier than that. Or
Okay.
maybe
Lay it
just
on
as,
me.
I don't know. Okay, so
Okay.
um two identical twins were separated shortly after birth and raised by different families. They were eventually reunited at age 39. I don't think, I could be wrong, I don't think they knew each other existed. I don't know if they knew they had a twin.
Okay. Hmm.
Researchers discovered a bizarre number of similarities in their lives, and this just has like absolutely no business having this many similarities. So they were both like even their name, like the reason it's called the Jim twins because they were both named James by their adoptive parents. They were both named that. And
Oh, wow.
they both went by Jim, and they
Yeah.
both married women named Linda. They both later married women named Betty. So they both got married 2 times and matched the names twice.
What?
Both of them had dogs named Toy. And
Toy.
as in
Odd name for a
Toy,
dog.
like it says Toy. I was like Troy, but it says Toy. So like that's even like stranger.
Toy. Yeah.
Both had sons with remarkably similar names. It doesn't say what they were. Sorry, I'd have to dig into that.
Hmm.
And I should have because this is the craziest one, but we'll see.
That's
Maybe we
wild.
could do a whole episode on this one because I bet you it's just wild, but
Yeah.
and then just everything like their interests, their habits, and career choices were all just like super similar. So the
Hmm.
craziest things is all the names lining up, honestly, even the fact that their names is the same. But it became one of the most famous examples in discussions about heredity versus environment. So, like, does it matter
Hmm.
who raised you, where you were raised, all that? Obviously, genetics offer some explanation, but when you hear the list of all the names, like, it just doesn't seem, it seems not coincidence. It seems like
Hmm.
something more, like a parallel life that got intertwined somehow. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but it's really
Yeah.
weird.
That's crazy. So did they ever officially meet?
I'm pretty sure they did. Let's see. Did the Jim twins meet? You always have great questions, and I read I read things, and I'm like, I'm gonna talk about that, and then I talk about it, and I just like never dig into it deeper. Unless
And
I
then I feel like
specifically,
I always
if I
come with
grab
the
like a niche.
questions.
That's okay. It's just like if I grab like one thing for an episode, then I do the deep dive. But if I'm just like listing a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff that's crazy to me, I just like don't even.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's cool, and I move on with my life. And you're like very much more like, well, what about this? What about this?
Yeah, I
Which is
need to know. Like, was this was an experiment, and they were just like testing them, and then they never actually met? Did they end up meeting later in life? Like,
they
I got to
it
know.
definitely wasn't. It wasn't a test at all. It was just like how they happened to be. I think they were both given up for adoption. They went to separate families, and it was all just like
Hmm.
just coincidence, I guess. But
Just circumstance.
so
Wow.
they reunited at age 39 and they did not die at the same time. So that is a difference.
Okay. Yeah.
Um, one of the Jims, Jim Springer, he died of natural causes on August 23rd, 2016 at the age of 77 in Kettering,
Hmm.
Ohio. And then Jim Lewis, he passed away at a later date, though his exact date of death and specific cause have not been publicly detailed. Well,
Oh,
that's pretty crazy because I feel like it should be publicly detailed because of the crazy story.
yeah. When you have a crazy story like that, the people want to know.
I feel like there's definitely something weird about twins. Not to be rude, like it's not weird, but it's just something really, really special about twins.
Something that
Uh,
people like us who don't have twins just can't
yeah.
really understand.
Yeah, and I would love to, like, I think I've mentioned several times now, my grandpa's a twin, and I would love to just ask him all the questions, but he's very like, I don't think he would, like, he's such a funny guy, but I don't think he would like sit down and like, um, I don't know. I have to ask him. I just feel like he wouldn't really entertain the
Hmm.
weird, like, supernatural-esque of it, you know?
Oh,
Like a
oh,
weird
really?
connection or anything. I feel like he'd be like, yeah, that's my
Hmm.
sister. Who cares? But I'm not sure. I'd have to ask him. I will try to ask him sometime because yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Yeah, yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, that's
Huh,
all
I
I
like
got
your
for
topic
today.
for today. It was very interesting. I
Thanks.
thoroughly enjoyed it.
There was other ones I found that just weren't like quite like there was another one about Abraham Lincoln and how he like had a dream about his death and like or his assassination. And
Hmm.
but like a lot of them were just like never really proven. Like and nobody can say for sure he had that dream. Like that could have just been a story his friend made up after he died. You know, it's like maybe it was true, maybe it wasn't, things like that. But these ones were like
Yeah,
documented cases of like reality. So that's why I brought these ones to our little show here. But
it makes me think of oh, who's that singer? It was back in like the 60s, I want to say. Who sang the song La Bamba?
oh, okay.
And he had a premonition, like he, since he was small, always thought he was going to die on a plane. And then when he started to become famous, he died on a plane with Buddy Holly, and if there's somebody else on the plane too. So
Crazy.
pretty fucking crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
Eddie
there's
was his name. Eddie Valen.
oh,
Have you ever seen that movie, La Bamba?
mm, I don't know if I actually have. I've definitely heard of it. I don't think I've actually
It's
watched
great.
it.
Oh, it's so good. I highly recommend it if you like those music like biopics.
Hmm.
Um, Lou Diamond Phillips played the guy, and he did a phenomenal job. And it's heartbreaking because you know what happens at the end, but it's such a good
Yeah.
movie.
Aw.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So if you
I'll
ever
have
seen
to
it
look
out
into
on
that.
there, yeah, check it out. But it's just crazy that some people are just like that's like with me with like I know eventually I will die on a plane if I fly. So what would I want to up my chances when I could just choose not to fly? You know, like it's just something like that's
Yeah.
innate, that's inside of you that you just know and you just can't explain.
Yeah, and yeah, you just kind of, so do you believe like by not getting on a plane actively, you are prolonging your life, or do you think it'll somehow, but how would it get you in the end? Because, so okay, here's my question.
That's a good question.
Do you think that you're meant to die at, or people in general meant to die at a certain time? And they just do whether or not you get on the plane is something else going to happen when your time is your time. Do you believe that that's just your time, or do you think that you can prolong it and actively avoid it?
I would like to think that there is no time limit on us as humans, that,
I agree.
I like to believe in free will and that obviously it only goes so far because of things like cancer and things that you just can't help.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I don't know if I believe that when we're born, there's an expiry date. Like eventually, yes, but I don't know if like, I'm gonna die on a Thursday at 3 o'clock or like whatever.
Right, right. Mhm. Yeah.
I think, yeah, I don't know. That's a really good question. I haven't really pondered that too much. But no, I think that I don't think death is always trying to chase a person. If
Yeah, me
you
neither.
outlive something that you were supposed to die on, like that person that you were just talking about who was on 3 fucking shipwrecks.
Mhm. Mhm.
Was that the universe's way of saying, bitch, you're supposed to die. Oh no, let's try it again. Let's try it again. So I think
Mhm.
if that were true, she probably would have died. And I actually thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say she died on the last one, but she didn't.
No, no. And the fact that she survived, it's almost like you'd have that complex, like I'm destined to do something great. Like I am destined to
Yeah.
continue my journey here on this earth because there's something I need to do. It would almost like
Hmm.
fuel a purpose in you to avoid. And I think that happens a lot when people avoid death or are in something crazy. an accident that they survive, cancer that they survive. Like, I think that's so common where it's like, I will not waste another day because I am gonna do
Hmm.
some cool stuff while I'm here. And I try to think
Yeah,
of those things a lot. Even, I mean, thank goodness I've never been through something traumatic like that, but I definitely love the mindset of like, do what you can while we're here. We're not here for a long time. Like, have fun
I
and
think
do what you
that's
want.
I think that's what I'm struggling with, not to get like super deep right now on the podcast, but I think that's why I'm struggling right now with my mental health is because, well, we're all going to die eventually, so what's the
Hmm.
point of anything? Which is not
Yeah.
a good mindset to be in no
No.
way suicidal, not at all. I'm terrified of death. But that's just like my mind is on like repeat. Like, well, what's the point of putting all this effort into it one day when I'm not going to be here? So
Yeah,
I know it's
exactly.
just, sometimes your mind just gets stuck in a loop and
Yeah.
you just need to find your way out of it because I know, like,
Mhm.
logically, that's ridiculous. That is
Well, it's
stupid.
not
Like, not
ridiculous.
stupid.
Like, no, I'm sure a lot of people feel like that. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that. And there is times in my life where I felt the same. Like, what's the point if we're only here for this little amount of time? Like, why would I try so hard?
Hmm.
And maybe the answer is to try less, but just have more fun and find things that genuinely make you happy. Maybe that's the answer. I don't know. It's
I
crazy.
like to
Like,
think
nobody
that.
knows the, yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
I blame Topher for this
Oh,
because he
no.
was saying this. Yeah, because he was like, why do you try so hard in your job? Because at the end of the day, it's not gonna matter. And I was like, huh, like, and so I have that, I might take that
Hmm.
out of the podcast. But like, yeah, it's like stuck in my head now. Like, why am I trying so hard? Why am I breaking my back and running myself ragged when
I
50 years from now it's not gonna matter? So
I think
yeah, I
there's
just need to,
yeah, like I don't know. I do think there's something to be said about that. Like I don't think we're personally, I don't believe we're on this earth to work super hard to like I mean, yeah, you can obviously have your goals and have your aspirations and absolutely work towards building something that you can be proud of, but
yeah,
I don't think it's like work yourself to death, be upset every day. Like I feel like I resonate with the whole like don't work and don't wait for the weekend to live. Like that your whole life is
right,
like you need to find happiness every single day. You need to be grateful single day. You need to like find something you love.
yeah.
Like you're just wasting so much time if you're waiting for something. It's like waiting for the next thing, waiting for the better job, waiting for a bigger house, waiting for a house in general, or waiting for the family. You know, like you have to like I don't know.
Hmm.
That's what I try to live by,
We
but I know it's
all,
easier said than done.
yeah. And I know so many people are guilty for that, me included,
Yeah.
working for the weekend, it's always like something in the future that's coming up. It's never just present. Like right now, I'm excited for today. I'm excited for Saturday. I'm excited for next month because I'm going to a concert. That's how I've lived my whole life up
Like for
until
the
like I'm
next big
39.
thing. Hmm.
Yeah, next big thing. I can't wait to go on my next trip. So it's always like chasing that high, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then when you go through a lull of not having anything, and then you just kind of hit this like, it's like you're stagnant and you're just feeling like really low. And yeah, trying to come out of that and okay, well, why can't I just be excited for today? Like, what can I do today that's going to make me happy? What's going to make me excited?
Right. Right.
And I need to really focus on being present. I'm always either in the past or the future. I'm never present.
Yeah.
And I
Because you
know that
know,
as a mental health counselor, like you need to be present.
yeah,
So
exactly. I think that's definitely the key. And it's like you know that, but you might just need a little bit of a mind shift or a mindset
just a little
shift
nudge.
perhaps. And yeah,
And you know
just to
what?
help.
Sometimes all it takes is just like the right thing to say for your mind to just like make that connection. And you're like, oh yeah,
Hmm.
like, okay, I'm good. Because I've
Yeah.
seen it and with my own clients, like you just say the right thing at the right time and everything just shifts. So I know that's what I need. And so that's what I'm hoping for to just get out of this the ick that I'm currently in. And I
Yeah,
think
and
a lot of it is hormones. I'm positive. A lot of it is like coming into 40 pretty soon. So like that midlife crisis.
yeah, yeah. That would be a big thing for sure. Like
Yeah.
I'm probably gonna go through the same thing. And sometimes you just feel like, man, I've
Yeah.
been on this earth for so long, and like you start thinking it, you get so down on yourself, like thinking you should be doing more or have more, or I don't know. I
Hmm.
definitely think social media plays into that because you see people with like more and more and
Yeah.
more and more, and it's always like that's the world we live in, is like there's always something bigger and better, and you're never gonna have the best. So it's
Hmm.
like to continually chase the best of the best is like not realistic. But
Right.
not that I think that's what you're doing, but
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing, so hopefully I'll have some answers soon.
Yeah. Well, I hope you feel better after. Thanks for opening up on the podcast. I don't know how much
Thanks.
of what you just said you'll share. It's totally up to you what you want to share on the
Yeah.
podcast. But yeah, it was nice to wrap it up with some
Yeah.
little personal, um, like
I don't even know
struggles.
how we got to that point.
I don't know. That's just where we're at with our podcast, you guys. Sometimes we chat, and if you don't want to hear it,
Yeah.
that's all right. We'll have
Yeah. If
chapters so
it's not for
you
you,
can skip
then
ahead if you don't want to hear our personal stuff. You can just listen
yeah.
to what the topic was and go about your day. But if you, yeah, if
Yeah.
you want to hear us chat, join us for a little coffee
Yeah.
and a chat, then you can always listen to the whole episode. So we appreciate you being here for however long you were here on this episode.
Yes. Yes. We sure do. And I was drinking coffee this whole time, and it's like 8:44 at night. So,
You're
but it's
crazy.
delicious.
I hope everybody listening has a great weekend ahead. And
Yeah.
yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.